So, first things first, you've done your traps and snares session. So you know all expert trappers now. So you know that you caught your rabbit, might not be alive, or might be alive still. What we're going to do when we've got it. Yeah, priest to the back of the head, back of the neck. So 3 blows to the back of the neck or the head, and then gone. Okay, humane dispatch. How are we going to check that it's?
So how would you hold a rabbit
Just
still
like this,
in that
cradle it.
So lull it into a full
So right, yeah, good question. So if you've caught a rabbit in its snare, it's going to be going a bit crazy. A good thing, survival situation, chuck a jacket over the top of it, chuck something over the top of it, and dive in and give it good news. Be careful because it's going to want to rip your eyes out. Okay, it's going to be obviously fighting for its life, so it's going to want to get you. Okay, and it's going to do you a lot of damage. So, say again. Yeah. So, a good thing, what we used to do is you can get a rabbit and you can hold it down like this, but it's going to be kicking around. Okay, if you can get it by the back of the legs. What you can do is give it your best Bruce Lee impression. If you've got it like this, and you can give it 3 bashes to the back of the neck, snap the spinal cord, gone. Okay. Again, survival situation, chuck a jacket over the top of it, something like that. That's gonna, you can get down on the ground, and then you're gonna have to just humane dispatch, but keep going until it stops moving. Okay. Yeah, so just be careful because it is going to be fighting for its life. So yeah, one way, back of the neck there, or hold it down in a priest to the back of the head or the neck, and then gone. How are we going to check that it's dead? Yeah, corneal reflex. Okay, so poke it in the eye. If it keeps blinking, you know, give it the best news, give it the good news again. Yeah. So yeah, make sure that it's dead. Humane dispatch. Okay, bash it to the back of the head and gone. So we also need to check that it was healthy when it was alive. Okay, so down here I've got some pictures. I've got viral hemorrhagic disease. Said it. Yeah. Or myxomatosis. So different sorts of things here. So they could have sort of scabby skin on here, or they could pretty much look like that, okay, but still alive. Okay, they get all sorts of growths on the side, as you can see, all over their faces. Could be a lot of bleeding from the nose area. Okay, and I would leave that out. Okay, we can't contract myxomatosis. It's man-made. We put it out there to kill off the rabbits a long time ago. So we can't contract it, but you probably don't want to eat that, especially on a course now if you find that it's got myxomatosis. Also, in sort of the liver and things like that, it's going to have on the organs sort of little white spots. Okay, so we'll have a little look when we open it up. Survival situation, again, it's what would you rather do. You could then use it as bait to get more and things like that. So it's up to you what you would do in that situation. But make sure he looks good, or did look good when he was still alive. Okay, obviously these have been frozen and defrosted and shot in the head, so it does look a bit wet. Okay, but make sure that the pelt, the coat is all looking quite nice. Again, been frozen and looks a bit worse for wear now. I want you to imagine that his coat is done up as well. So what I'd do straight away, I've killed him. I've made sure, humane dispatch, made sure he's dead, corneal reflex, made sure he looks good, or as healthy as he could have been. And then what I would do is I would take my knife, take the point of my knife, take a little pinch either at the top of the chest here, or at the bottom of the ribs, or down at the bottom here, and just do a little cut in. So imagine he's done up. Okay. Oh, actually first I want to make him urinate, so try and get any urine out of there as possible. So a little squeeze on the stomach here, on the bladder here, and it'll probably urinate. Okay, then we do our little pinch, so a little saw cut in just to open up, and then very carefully, like you did with the trout, okay, just the fine end of the tip of your knife, and just start sawing all the way down until you get to this position. Okay, it would have all his guts in here, but obviously at the time of being killed, then all the guts are removed by the game dealer, the gamekeeper. So to get the guts out, you cut him open like this, you hold him upside down by his legs, and they would just naturally all fall out. Then you can reach in and pull the rest out that's attached. Okay, what can we do with the guts?
Bait.
Yeah, use loads of bait. Okay, so there'll be loads of bait in there, and over a river like we said earlier, or for traps and snares like you saw just before. Okay, and then we get to this position now, like we are. So what we can do first is we can snap the legs. Okay, so we need to snap the legs to be able to get the coat off. So where would be his ankle down here, so you've got his foot and then what would be his ankle, if you just snap it back on itself and then give it a bit of a twist, and being very careful, because once you snap the bones, obviously they're going to be very sharp. So keep on twisting, and then it should just pull off. Okay, we got one lucky rabbit foot, or not lucky, however you want to see it. And then the next one, snap where the ankle would be, give it a snap, give it a twist. So you could use your knife here, but we're trying not to use our knife as much as possible. And remember that bone and knife don't go together. There we go. And what you've got on here is the tendons. Okay, so you've just done your natural cordage. Okay, so some of the strongest natural fibres for cordage on here. And what you've got, if you pull that, you can see a little bit of movement there. Yeah, see that going to really, really strong fibres in there. Apparently, a rabbit has got enough natural fibres, so tendons in there to make a snare to snare its own mate. Yeah. So, you know, there you go. So 2 lucky rabbit's feet there, the back legs. And then I'm going to go exactly the same with the front legs. So where his ankle sort of would be, snap that back. Being very careful of that sharp bone. And then you can just pull that off exactly the same. The other one, snap that back. Little twist. Being very careful and pull that off. Okay, so unless you want to take these lucky rabbit's feet home, we'll get the tendons out. We're going to get rid of them. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, in this split here, where we've opened it up and taken out his innards, I'm going to find the join between the flesh and the pelt and the fur there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to prise them apart. Right, so, and then what you're going to work your way around, what you're going to do is work your way all the way around and come out the other side. So you can then go the other side. So find the join between the fur and the flesh on there, and then just start pulling all the way around. Okay, until you go all the way around, and then you're left with your Louis Vuitton bunny. Yeah, so your bunny handbag. Yeah, so you go all the way around. That was a bit of poo. Yeah. So once you've got that stage, in fact, what you can do now, actually, you just mentioned that. So we cleared the bladder out, so what we really want to do is try and clear the bowels out. So what you can do is get your finger all the way in and push down into the anus and try and get out any poo that's in there. No, nothing, okay. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, okay. So try and push down as much as you can, release any of that. Now what I need to do is I need to take basically his waterproofs off, okay. So I'm going to start with the back leg. If I hold the fur and then push up with his foot, not my foot, with his foot, that should start to poke out like so. Can everyone see that? And being careful of that bone, remember, because it's been cut, it's been snapped, so it's sharp. I'm just going to feed that all the way through. Get your fingers in there, it will just pull away from the flesh. There you go, there's one. Exactly the same on the other side. So get the foot and push through until you reveal the leg. Again, be very careful. Bit of force, there we go. So we can just keep starting to pull that all the way off now, where we've done that Louis Vuitton bunny bag there, all the way up to the tail. And then we can do the front leg, so being careful of that bone again. Push up through the pelt there.
Anything useful you could do with a rabbit pelt? Obviously sew a bunch of them together, but...
Yeah, so you can make gloves from them. So really good thing is a sort of quick survival hat. So it's a waterproof, warm hat. Okay, it's going to be a bit stinky, but then you've got yourself a quick fix hat. sharp bone there, so just being very careful. Yeah, because it's waterproof. It's going to be warm or warmer.
And would you want that fur in or fur out? Do you want it? I don't know.
I would probably want the fur on my head
Yeah.
and all that horrible nastiness on the inside. Yeah, but remember that's just sort of a quick survival hat.
Yeah.
So I've got all 4 legs out, and then you're just left with the tail still attached. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the tail all the way up to the bum and carefully pull. Oh, there we go. We left the tail just there, so we pulled that pelt off there, and now we've got Super Bunny. Okay, with his cape. Okay, so he flies around. All right. So now we're just left with his tail.